Okay, hello everyone. This is a different vlog to what I normally do. Normally I do shows, but today I'm in I'm at my drama school, London College of Music, because today is our exhibit day. So we have like an exhibit at the end of the first semester, so Christmas time now, and basically we just show what we've been like working on, like ideas we have, like things in the future and whatnot. I've done mine on disability in theatre and sign language, which I'll show you later on, but everyone has different things. So the first years are going first, they're in this first hour now, so we're just waiting to be let in to see their stuff. They've been given plays and then they've chosen one and then they will do that, and then we've been given anything we want to do, so no matter what we want to do, we can do that, that's no problem at all. So yeah, these are the rooms. We've been given the top floor completely. I'm waiting to go and I'm excited because it's cool, because last year it was just us. We were the first cohort, we were by ourselves, and now it's cool we get to like see the first years and they get to see us, and Lewis is coming later, so I'm excited. For disclosure, I've just asked my course leader if I can vlog and he said yes, so don't worry, this is all consensual. Just need to ask the people in it, or the first years as well, if I can vlog their stuff, but I'll ask them. Hello, who are you?
Grace.
And?
So I'm doing the play The Deep Blue Sea.
Ooh.
And I've gone for more of a kind of appearance versus reality idea, where I'm going to have my play where the audience are facing the mirror and they are looking at the play through the mirror. Yeah, I'm going to have the main character, I'm going to have two Hesters.
Wow, okay.
And the first Hester's going to have writing up her arm for words that she wants to say, but
yes,
she can't
I did
say
something
it.
like this last year, which is weird, yeah.
Yeah, you said something and it made me think of what I could do.
I inspire you.
And the other Hester's just going to be plain and simple what everyday normal people say. So yeah.
Brilliant, cool. Grace just said I can write something on the man, or is it non-gender binary?
Wow.
So the man or the woman, or non-gender specific, out of these pictures, and I've got one. Deception. What do you think?
Yeah, good word.
Good yourself.
I'm Fran, and this is my idea, and I did look back in anger.
Ooh, really?
As you can read. And my take on it was domestic abuse.
Wow.
Because the author, John Osborne, was known for being abusive towards his wives, and so that was something he was okay with. So I kind of looked on that aspect. So this is like just a general. So like he admired his father, but he absolutely despised his mother, which is probably why in the play he writes Alison for being like quite quiet and like, you know, not doesn't have much power, because they didn't have power in the 1950s. And like Jimmy, the character, is quite very hot-headed, and that was his personality. Like John Osborne was known for being hot-headed.
Yeah.
And then I compared it to domestic abuse in now.
How would you do it if you were to do it like now? Or would you set it back then, or would you set it now?
I think I would set it now, and I would make sure that Alison didn't go back to Jimmy, because that's not how I would want women to be shown.
Yeah. What struck you? Why did you want to do this play specifically?
Because it was just the one that I thought that I really liked it, and I just knew that the idea of domestic abuse could be something I could like draw and compare to modern day, because it's still such a talked about topic.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And like it's still like in the news, and like it's so like people still need to be aware of it.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I totally agree.
That's what I wanted to do.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, and good luck. Thank you. Who are you? What is this?
Hi, I'm Tess. This is my sort of display for the glass.
First of all, wow.
That's a man.
Is this anyone specific, or?
It is in the glass Menagerie, because that's the play I'm doing.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire play, in most renditions, there is a portrait of the father of the family, who is obviously left, isn't here anymore. And it's hanging sort of front and centre throughout the entire play. So I thought it would be interesting, because I'm looking at the sort of artistic side of Tom's mind that's sort of neglected throughout the play.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd create sort of what his journal might look like. So there's sort of poetry here, there's sketches, there's doodles, and they're about like, you know, Laura and the other characters in the play and how he feels. And I thought it would also be interesting to try and recreate the portrait of the father, since it's such a sort of pivotal character. But there's not really another way to talk about him. You know, you don't really know much about him. So I thought I'd try and recreate a portrait of him.
No, that's really interesting because I did Glass Menagerie last year with the focus on Laura, and it's really cool that you've done it from this perspective instead, because you're right, it isn't really addressed when it is so like especially. Did you see it when it was at the Duke of York's like 2 years ago? Yeah, again they had like a frame on the wall there, but it is such like you're absolutely right with what you've.
I just thought it was interesting how Tom's not only a main character and a narrator.
Yeah.
But we don't really know all that much about him. He kind of focuses a bit more on his sister and his mother.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd focus a bit more on him.
Oh, thank you so much. Hello, introduce yourself and what play are you doing?
I'm Gorniak, and I'm doing my version of the Deep Blue Sea. After reading that, I thought how it would look like if this story would be in Poland at that time. As many people should probably know, Poland after war was destroyed in 70%. 6 million people have died, including 3 million Jewish people. And this is the photo of people who were running away from the ruined Warsaw. This is how Warsaw looked like. I have a video of how destroyed Warsaw looked like. The whole city was burned to the ground, as well as six big cities, biggest cities in Poland. They were all burned to the ground. So I thought, how in this reality, with the society that is basically destroyed, elite intelligence was being killed by Germans because they thought that if you want to rule over someone, you have to destroy people who can think. This story could be taken place in the early 50s, because as in this play, there's a main character whose husband is a judge and lover is a pilot who can't forget about the war and can't live in a normal society and can be with her. I don't think in Polish reality someone would try this woman would try to attempt suicide. If someone like this husband working with the government would know that the other person was working or was a member of AK, this person could be arrested and punished or even killed.
Here she is, the one, the only Robin Caldwell, second year. Who else have we got here? We've got, I like this time, we've got Paige. And then we've got Matt, who's trying to, who will tell me now about his exhibit? Yes, Matt, this looks very cool.
So this is the play Theresa Can.
Yes, Theresa Can, love it.
Which if you don't know the play, look it up because I'm not explaining it.
No, I
So the idea is time is running out. The inevitable will always happen, and what goes around comes around.
Wow, okay, brilliant. Oh, look how many clocks you've brought in. Did you have to buy these?
A shout out to all of the charity shops in West Ealing. We love you. We love a nice charity shop.
So, what was it about Theresa Can that really grabbed your interest?
It actually didn't. So
Amazing.
I came up with this idea reading The Deep Blue Sea.
Cool.
And then when I came to actually putting it all together and thinking it through in my head, realised it didn't work as well for The Deep Blue Sea as it does for Theresa Can.
Wow.
So,
Okay, cool.
adapted.
Thank you so much, Matt. Hello, introduce yourself. Please.
Hello,
What's
I'm
your
Miguel
play?
and this is American Buffalo, my vision.
Wow, it's like a crime scene.
Yeah,
What's it supposed to be?
it's supposed to
good.
be a crime
That was
scene.
awkward.
It's supposed to be a crime scene. No, it's the context of the play. I just put it evidence because actually they are planning a crime.
So it's American Buffalo.
Yeah,
Brilliant, great play.
exactly.
Well, they're all great plays.
And all of these objects mean something in the play.
Yeah.
So I just put them in order to do a system, a cycle, which is a play as well. Play is a cycle, is a system, it's life. So I just tried to put that ordinary markets, you know, like yeah.
Yeah. What was it about American Buffalo that grabbed your interest?
The relationships, and the fact that I can see the play. This in my imagination, I can see the play as actually is the three characters can be just one. Even if they speak different things, can be the sides of your brain speaking. So for me, that's fabulous. And if you can create something about life, for me, is what counts, you know.
This is giving me vibes as well from American Buffalo. Is this intentional?
Exactly.
Yes, love that. Thank you so much for going.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Anya Morris, and this play is The Deep Blue Sea by Terence Rattigan. So in my version, instead of it being set in the 50s, it is over various social media platforms.
Awesome.
So it doesn't actually take place in virtual reality. It is in just this room here, the original set designed. And so Hester will stay in this room. She's isolated in there, can't get no other contact with the world, just the different types of social media where she's being abused online. And that drives her, she develops anxiety, depression, and eventually turns to suicide. And then once she's in the hospital, she's recovering from her attempted suicide, because it's not illegal now. It's 2018, folks. And then the abuse still keeps getting worse. And then her ex-boyfriend, who tried to eventually win her back, she realised, okay, no, we need to move on, you need to go. Sorry, Chelsea's dancing and distracting me.
Just really likes Mamma Mia.
We all do.
Talking about how to do it now in 2018, it's a really important subject because obviously we are the generation of all of these social media platforms that are brought out, and everyone to a degree has experienced bullying via social media. So it's really cool that you've adapted a more classic play into something adapted now that could be taken like round schools maybe, or you know, on the West End. Dream big.
In the end of this, Hester actually succeeds in killing herself.
Wow. Okay.
I felt like that was a bit necessary, because sometimes you just need a bit more of something a bit more intense to get through to the audience, and I feel like if we don't have something that intense, people will never get the message. We're with cyberbullying, we're kind of past the point of positivity. It's more we need to be brutally honest and just tell people these are the issues, people are dying, and unless we change as a society, nothing will change.
Yeah, I'm really glad you've done this, because obviously cyberbullying is talked about a lot and has been for years. I remember having talks in school, you will have as well. So it's just great that you're addressing it more, just because it is still a thing that's going on. So a lot of people roll their eyes like, cyberbullying, here we go again. But no, it's so relevant.
Because a lot of people don't think that it can happen until it happens to them or someone close to them. So I feel like something like this is just a bit more in your face.
100%.
People might actually get the message.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your time. This is great.
Oh, hi. I'm doing a play called Look Back in Anger.
Awesome.
And in the play originally, there's people who are married. I'm sorry, I've got really nervous. There are people who are married, and they're called Alison and Jimmy. And in the play throughout, Jimmy abuses Alison. And then eventually, Alison leaves to go and live with her dad. But then she comes back to. It's set in the 50s in the Midlands, whereas mine, I've set it in 2018.
Brilliant.
And I've reversed it so Jimmy is the one who gets abused and Alison is the one who abuses him, to bring awareness
That's interesting.
to
I
male
like that
domestic
a lot.
abuse in 2018, because it's just a topic that needs to be talked about. It's not talked about at all, and it's shocking the amount of abuse that actually does go on. But I've rewritten the ending too, and in my ending, Jimmy doesn't stay with his abusive wife anymore, but goes off and gets help.
Good.
Yes.
Light at the end of the rainbow. No, this is really cool, and again, like what I was just talking about with many, like everybody else, you've made it really relevant to now, which that's how to get people and get these issues spoke about, especially with our generation.
This is a big thing. Like back when my parents were younger, like obviously it still was a thing, but it wasn't as relevant as it is today.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, this is on the rise constantly,
Yeah.
and I suppose you do anything you can in order to make that awareness greater.
Awesome, Chelsea. Thank you so much for your time. What play are you doing?
I'm Leroy. I'm doing the Cherry Orchard.
Awesome.
So what I did was I read the play for different themes and ideas, and then took them and wrote about them in my own way. It's more focused on the use of technology and relationships. So one of the themes that I found was social change. Within Cherry Orchard, that's the emancipation of the serfs. Obviously, there isn't much I can work with on that behalf within a more modern day era without getting political, and I'm not a massive political writer. So what I did instead was I used the social change idea and used it to contrast the Cherry Orchard via the use of technology, and quite a lot of it is more text acting, if anything else. There's a couple phone calls and conversations, but it's mainly focused on a more modern era aspect of the ideas that I found in the show.
It's you know what you're saying about the phone acting?
Yeah.
Have you read Chat Room? One of the groups, level 5, did it as an etude this year, and that's laptop acting kind of thing, because they're inside a chat room.
Yeah.
So that could, like, you know, if you want to further it and
That
create
could be,
more
phone
acting or whatever in the piece, that could be quite a good inspiration.
All right, I'm about halfway round the first years now. Hi, Nini, I'll get to you later. Sorry. And then I'm just like really impressed by everyone. I'm trying not to talk too much because I want to hear what they have to say, but I keep interjecting, so I'm sorry for the editing of this vlog later on. But yeah, and so it's so cool. It's really nice seeing all the teachers around as well, and they're really interested. I'm excited for mine. Oh, it's Charlotte Churchill. Hi, Charlotte.
Exciting.
What do you think of the exhibit so far?
It's really, like, people have so many good ideas, and the best thing is, like, I want to see how they adapt them into maybe if they use them in a showcase, because obviously it's not finished ideas, so you're like, oh, I'm interested to see what's like in the future.
It's cool, isn't it? Because they're doing the same plays we did last year, but they all have so many different ideas. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah,
so
I love it. Right, I'm going into this room.
Okay, bye. Everyone's talking to people, so I'm just waiting for people that I haven't spoken to become available, so I'm just jamming in the corner of the room. This is how oblivious I am. I've only just noticed this wonderful piece of artwork here. Where is Constantinos? Has he gone home? Yeah. Ah, does anyone know? Pygmalion. Okay, that's all. Here he is. I'll put a picture of him. This is his exhibit. It's pretty cool. Thank you for joining us, Constantinos. Who are you, and what is this?
Right, so I chose All My Sons by Arthur Miller. Yes! Mostly because I was really disappointed in the ending, and I wanted to create something that I liked from it.
Okay.
So split my board in half. So this side of my board is what my stage is going to look like by the end. And I wanted to explore the relationship between insanity and power in women. And if a woman is insane, does that make her more powerful or less powerful?
Okay.
So when I first read the play, Kate, I read it and I was like, you're batshit crazy. I was like, oh my god. But then when I watched versions of it, nobody plays it like that. Nobody gave themselves like the permission, or like no one like let themselves like take it to that extreme level.
Yeah.
And I found it really disappointing. So I wanted to do that like in a really like extravagant way. So I chose the scene where she has a nightmare and she talks about it. And I wanted to pick up like loads of missing person posters because she can't like accept that Larry's dead. And I wanted to staple them like round the stage, and they're just gonna stay there for the whole for the rest of the performance. And then Aine is the person who gives them this ultimatum at the end. And I want her to come out of the house with a staple gun, and she will always be known as Larry's girl. Like, even though she's like in love with Chris and she wants to be with Chris, she'll always be known as Larry's girl. So I wanted to pick up branches of Larry's tree and staple them to the walls in the same way that Kate did. And even though the two women have done exactly the same thing, they mean completely different things. And Aine says the line, I'll do nothing about Joe, but you're going to do something for me. And after that line, I wanted to hand the stable gun to Keller, and I want him to finish off her task in stabling Larry's branches to the walls, because she's one step ahead of him and she knows that it's his fault. And I want that kind of like humiliation that I feel like he doesn't really like get to indulge in the like when you like read it the way it's written.
I'm just like, this is because last year, like as you guys know, we got to do All My Sons in full, and I was Kate in one in the first half, and I did that scene that you picked, so it's just really cool, like envisioning how that could be done instead. Like that can be really not traumatic but cool. Do you know what I mean? Like it's what Dan calls pleasurable for the actor, not for the character. So yeah, that'd be really interesting to do, and I'm glad that you picked this play because I think it's very underrated. Like up until we did it, I wasn't appreciating it enough. So I'm really glad to our teacher Dan for introducing us to this. But yeah, that's really great, and I'm so glad that you have all these ideas for it. I'm excited for what you're going to do next semester if you decide to, I don't know, do this. I don't know. It's really cool. So yeah, thank you. Not to be nervous. You're doing a great job. So yeah, it's cool. And I'm liking the nature-esque.
Thanks. Yeah. That was impromptu because I had too many sticks. So I was like,
Just
there, go on the floor.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anne.
Hi, I'm Marianne and I'm doing All My Sons by Arthur Miller.
Yes! I really like that play.
So did I. Yeah, I decided to set it in a modern day American classroom, and I took the theme of self-interest versus social responsibility and compared it to the current problem with gun crime in America and how wealthy politicians and the NRA sort of choose self-interest and their own monetary profit over the good of American citizens and specifically American school children, and obviously the current problem with mass school shootings in America. So I'm going to have 21 ensemble members on stage the whole time, and at the end when Keller finally accepts responsibility for what he's done, have him shoot the 21 ensemble members before he commits suicide.
Wow, okay. So it's going to be done in a school classroom the entire time?
Yes.
So would you need to change the story, and would Keller or Kate or someone need to be a teacher? Like,
Keller and
is it
Kate...
going to be adapted, or is it going to stay exactly as it was?
I would adapt it, so they would be sort of teachers' figures, of course, but the children got 24 tables on the set for the 21 ensemble, and then Chris, Anne and George would also be part of the class because they are Keller's responsibility. Keller would be the teacher.
Yeah. So you would bring their age range down then?
Yeah, so they're Keller's responsibility in the same way that that at the end when he finally admits responsibility with I think to them they were all my sons.
Yeah.
And he accepts responsibility, so they're all his responsibility.
Just first of all, like this year's been really horrific in terms of shootings in America.
Of course.
And it's just not been addressed, is it? So.
No, of course not. And there have been 36 school shootings so far this year, with 14 of them resulting in fatalities. And it's just a problem that in the UK we're lucky enough to not really have to deal with.
Yeah.
We obviously had the Dunblane massacre, but after that gun crime, the laws changed and it's not been a problem, and we've grown up in a society where we've been safe from it.
Yeah.
So it's not such a huge issue over here, but I do feel like it's an issue that needs to be sort of addressed. Like going to school, you're going to be in danger, you should feel safe, and that's why I've got the poster in the classroom, because that's a real current issue that children in America have to face. It's something that they have to learn and have to practice because it's a real threat.
Yeah, it's something we can't even imagine.
No,
you know, like
totally.
Toddlers like being taught how to hide from a gun shooter.
Exactly. It makes you realise how lucky we are to have grown up under
Wow, I'm
relatively
so glad
safe
that you've done
environments.
this, because it's, again, like everyone in this class seems to be doing really important issues, but this really is something that this year is really
it's really important, of course.
And such like a great classic American play as well.
Exactly.
To do it like All My Sons is just one of the best plays.
Totally, it's so well known and it's so iconic. So to use that.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much. This is great. I look forward to like if you do something with this next year. Who knows?
I'm Emily and I'm doing The Deep Blue Sea.
Awesome.
So if you look at this is my angry wall of feminism.
Love that.
With obviously slut everywhere. Because it's a word that's chucked around a lot at women, not at men, which is why I thought obviously it's a fake definition, but I thought it was pretty interesting. And these are all headlines that are real and from this year.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So, despite the fact that the Deep Blue Sea is set, it was written and set in the 50s, I've decided to set it now because I think that women's issues haven't progressed as much as they should have. Legally, essentially, they have, but I think socially and mentally they haven't. And I also have a checklist that's a grip from the 50s. So this was published, it was real, and this is what the rules that a wife should follow when she's in a marriage.
Oh my god, touch up your makeup.
Literally, or like the last one is a good wife always knows her place. I know. And
this was published to who? To the British public?
it was in like a publication. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. But this was published.
Make him comfortable.
Literally, it was ridiculous. And I think
I'm sorry laughing, it's just silly.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And I think Hester, who's the lead female in this, doesn't really conform to any of these ideas.
Yeah.
Which is why I decided to set it in modern day. I'm going to set it so that I've got a thrust stage, and the back wall is going to look like my angry wall of feminism.
Love that.
And then I chose thrust because I feel like it's a far more immersive way to build theatre, and also like actors can't hide, truths can't be hidden.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I think a lot of people like to deny that sexism is still a massive problem.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah.
People don't really like to accept that much. I've also got some gardenias, which are cut flowers because cut flowers have a shelf life. It's not very long, like women. You know, because like people sort of seem to think that once you're past 30 and you're a woman, like you've passed your sell-by date.
Yeah.
And Hester's over 30 in the play. And also they're gardenias because they're symbolic of hope. So yeah, that's...
Wow, this is really great, and you're absolutely right, like I'm such a feminist.
Yeah, literally I was filled with so much rage.
No, it makes me so mad when people are like, oh, they roll their eyes at like feminism, and a lot of people seem to have this
Feminazis.
Yeah, feminazi, they seem to have this misconception of what a feminist actually is, and all it is equality with the sexes, and it really, really bothers me because just people are like, oh no, it's not really a thing anymore, this and that.
One of the headlines on my board is... I can find it. Where is it? It's something about the women want rich husbands, the push for equality is false. Yeah.
Hello, who are we?
Hello, my name is Lucia, I'm Spanish, and I'm here presenting my exhibition based on Pygmalion, but telling a lot of the Spanish culture and the journey that Spanish people had to do to move to England, to move to another country with another culture. And not only just Spanish, based of gypsies that are completely different from your gypsies in Britain.
Yeah.
So kind of show that journey and based off the Liza in Pygmalion.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing really, based on Pygmalion. I have this whole new idea, show that journey. Yeah, basically now if you speak English and Spanish, you can speak with 85% of the people in the world.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
It's really cool. And show that on stage that those two cultures.
Would you do it in Spanish, or would you do it like Spanglish, or would you do?
It probably be Spanglish.
Yeah.
All in English, and then a few bits of Spanish that by the reactions of it, you will know. Even if you don't understand, you will know what it means. I wrote a little bit of the script, but I just forgot at home.
I'm so glad that you're bringing something that is you to, to this and to us as well, in England. So we don't really know much about Spanish culture, and I'm really glad that if you were to do this, which hopefully you do, it's going to include something that you're so experienced in already and is close to you. So that's really great. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I would never have thought of doing Pygmalion in this format. So that's really cool.
It kind of sparks at the beginning when I read the beginning of the first lines of Eliza in that another language. I thought that's how I felt.
Yeah.
And the journey she did learning the language,
Yeah.
I did that as well.
Yeah.
Pronunciation, I'm still learning. So show that for really for the beginning. And also from gypsies, we don't have any idea of England.
Yeah.
We do. I'm from the north, and we have those things. We're more common to have TVs, to see the news, to have your phones to see Twitter. But gypsy Spanish don't really have those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So it will be a shock doing that, and show that shock on her, but also on him, because she meets a British boy, so he has to deal with all of that.
Yeah.
And kind of have that cheesy love triangle narrative. Boy likes girl, but the best friends. such a thing. That always works.
I know, yeah, I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Great, and I love this, by the way. This is really cool. Wow, awesome. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Max, Bayford. I'm in first year and I am showing a piece on the glass menagerie focusing on social anxiety.
Awesome.
Now, myself, I had social anxiety myself, and I thought to myself, what would I be like if I was the main character who has social anxiety herself, but she can't say that she has social anxiety because back in the 40s, which is when it's said, it's classed as crippling shyness. And I thought to myself, I would structure out a conversation and try to work as best I can to follow that structure. I would also have someone write down the information for me.
Is this from Laura's perspective?
Yes, this is from Laura's perspective.
Awesome.
Anyway, I would then make the phone call. Hello, Jim. Jim O'Connor. Yes, this is Laura Wingfield. Tom's sister. You are Jim. No, we haven't met, not since high school anyway. Yes, we did go to high school, but it's fine. It's fine. You don't remember me. I mean, I'm not very memorable. He doesn't remember me. Oh my goodness. Why doesn't he remember me? If I'm inviting him to dinner, then why bother? I mean, you probably won't remember me after that. And that's what I want to show. Because honestly, in pieces such as Dear Evan Hansen, social anxiety is used as something to drive along a storyline. I mean, will Evan get the girl? Will Evan make a friend? Will Evan heal the rift with his family? But yes, this right here, all of these cartoons is basically how I feel, and I wanted to show that through my piece. Thank you.
No, that's awesome. Just to say as well, like I did Glass Menagerie last year with a focus on Laura as well. So it's really cool that you're doing it from this perspective, because I didn't really focus much on the social anxiety. I focused more on like the feminism and how her family put her down all the time. So
plus, I thought to myself, I'm going to be socially anxious anyway. Why not just use it to my advantage?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think you come across as anxious at all. I think you come across as enthusiastic. So
thank you.
I loved that. I love this, by the way. Is this yours?
No, it's Alex's.
Of course, Alex has this.
He got it from stage management.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, I wanted to so I want to focus on watching women. I feel like it's really distracting. But for me,
Stop, both of you stop.
Some of the scenes are, yeah.
Have you read Chapter?
That way is the game.
I feel so So just finished the first year's exhibit. It took me like an hour to get around. I didn't realise how long I was talking to people for, but it's really, really great. There we go, Alex is making the call for them to get out so we can set up our exhibit, which I'm excited for. I filmed way too much footage for all of them because it was just so interesting, so I've got some editing to do for show. But yeah, I'm really excited to do it, and I'm also just so impressed with the first years. Like, they did such a great job. Like, they thought of so many things that I didn't even think of, so it's just really cool and exciting. And our class is setting up level 5. Here we go.